course, we know that you've worked in the oil and gas sector for much of your career. So this, of course, is a very exciting time for Kenya's oil industries. Tullow, of course, one of the companies in the JV that managed to strike this oil. From your perspective, how significant is this find for Kenya?
It is a significant find for what they've found already, and mainly from the fact that similar formations are present in various parts of the Rift Valley in Kenya and also leading onto the offshore blocks as well. So from the point of view that oil has been struck in a formation that is similar to what was Tullow found in Uganda, and with pretty much a large number in Kenya, it is a very exciting find.
Tullow seems to be striking it lucky, but of course there are a lot of companies that have exploration licenses so far. 30 have been awarded. There's 16 outstanding. Give us an idea of the type of exploration activity that is taking place right now and the type of companies that are looking for oil.
The kind of companies that are looking for oil are what I call the large, small companies. They're not the Shells and Totals of this world, but they're the bigger sort of frontier companies that tend to go into least explored areas where the risks are pretty high and the likelihoods are also quite low. And they are in now, especially after Tullow's discovery in Uganda. There's a lot of companies now coming into Kenya and indeed into East Africa, looking into the Rift Basin. So looking at the Lake Albert in Uganda, Lake Kivu in Rwanda, Lake Tanganyika, and also onshore Tanzania and Kenya in the rift areas. So all those areas are now frontier areas that have created quite a lot of excitement. And the level of exploration right now, there's a lot of data that used to be there before, which is being reanalyzed. And then most of them are going into 2D and 3D seismic to be able to try and firm up areas where they can put in wells. And with current technology, they are able to get a pretty good idea of where it is that they should dig holes in the ground.
But of course, there are a lot of challenges right now, and one being the fact that we've got a worldwide shortage of oil rigs. I mean, just one of the companies, Anadarko, which has highlighted this and said that their plans for exploration will be perhaps put on hold given the fact that they can't access rigs. So that is a challenge right now. It's been highlighted across the board. The cost of oil rigs has gone up. What is the impact on exploration as a result of this?
In Kenya, there are probably going to be some delays in digging holes in the ground on quite a few of the blocks, where over the last couple of years, there's been quite a lot of acquisition of seismic. And I know at least 4 or 5 companies will be ready to start drilling towards the latter half of this year. But with the current shortage of oil rigs, especially, in fact, offshore rigs are the bigger problem rather than onshore rigs, there will be a delay in terms of trying to find prospects, especially offshore. And Anadarko is primarily looking at gas, looking at gas offshore Lamu and also in the Mozambique area. So offshore there'll be a shortage. Onshore, not as much.